Spend your crypto anywhere. In this video, you will learn that there are options to spend your crypto anywhere Visa is accepted. As an example, I'll be reviewing the KAST card. Welcome, I'm reviewing useful crypto products for your everyday life. If that sounds good to you, please give this video a like and follow this channel. Once upon a time, the dream was to pay with crypto in everyday life. With the increasing merge between the innovative tale of traditional finance and crypto, this dream has become more and more tangible over the recent years. Recently, I stumbled upon the KAST card, which piqued my interest. KAST is a fintech company which collaborates with Visa card issuers and banks to make stablecoin payments in stores a reality. This means you can not only save in stablecoins, as you can see in this video here, but also spend them anywhere Visa is accepted. This is huge, especially for people who have invested in crypto or earn in crypto and don't want to go back through the antiquated banking system, people that don't have access to the banking system in the first place, or people that want to spend their money internationally. Since I am a digital nomad who officially resides in Paraguay, most traditional exchange cards like the Binance and KuCoin card and international banking services are not available to me. Today I'm going to present the KAST card as a potential solution to this problem. Let's talk first about the sign-up process and the availability of the KAST card. Although I was not able to find a specific list of eligible countries, it seems that the card is very accessible. In a video on their Twitter, they mentioned the card is eligible in over 150 countries. In the KAST Telegram chat, you can find a very international audience and a vast variety of languages. The process to get your card is straightforward. First, you have to download the KAST app. Then, you have to complete the Know Your Customer or KYC process. In contrast to other crypto debit cards like Gnosis, Crypto.com, Binance, etc., the KYC process is easy and super fast. I was able to verify myself with my driver's license from Paraguay, even though I'm just a resident of this country and not even a citizen. Also, you do not have to provide a proof of address, which is very convenient for digital nomads. In case you want to obtain a physical card, you will have to provide a shipping address. It is worth mentioning that you don't necessarily need a physical card, as you can integrate the virtual card in your Apple and Google Pay. You do need a physical card, however, if you want to withdraw cash from ATMs that require you to put in a physical card, or if you live in an area where merchants don't have or allow contactless payment terminals. My documents were approved almost instantly after the submission, which allowed me to order one of their available cards. Let's talk about the card options. KAST is offering a lot of card options, which can make choosing the right one a bit overwhelming. So let's go through them one by one and examine their price points and perks to see which card might be the best fit for you. Let's start with the virtual cards. The Virtual K and Solana card have the same price points. They offer the initial first 3 months for free, after which they will cost $20 a month. If you spend over $1,000 within the first 3 months, the $20 monthly fee is waived for 1 year. Also, both cards offer the same cashback program, which is initially divided into 5 seasons. Season 1 will give you a 6% cashback in points per dollar spent. This season lasted until the end of January 2025, so it is already over. Season 2, which is currently running, has a 5% cashback in points per dollar spent until the end of April 2025. Season 3 will give you a 4% cashback in points per dollar spent until the end of July. Season 4 will give you a 3% cashback in points per dollar spent until the end of November 2025. And in Season 5, there will be a 2% cashback in points per dollar spent, and the timeline still has to be announced. Important to note is that points will be convertible to tokens after the token generation event, or TGE. I'll talk about the points program in detail in the token incentives and cashback section. The only difference between the K and Solana card is an additional incentive program for the Solana card. If you stake your Solana tokens or SOL to the KAST validator, you will receive 100% of the validator profits. And in addition, each SOL stake to the KAST validator accrued 1 point per staked SOL per epoch, which is approximately 7% API until December 2024. In the current season, which is running right now, you earn half a point per staked SOL per epoch, which will give you approximate 3.5% APY. APYs are stated in the KAST app. Let's have a look at the physical cards. KAST offers 6 different physical cards. First, the physical version of the K and Solana card. Then, the X card in their regular version and the Solana Illuma. And lastly, the X card in the Founders Edition and the Solana Gold card. Note that there are other physical card versions available, but they require you a special invite code. The physical version of the K and Solana cards costs you $100 upfront. The first 3 months are free of use, after which the card costs $20 a month. Like in the virtual version, you won't pay any monthly fee for 12 months if you spend more than $1,000 within the first 3 months of activating the card. The X and Solana Illuma cards have a fee of $1,000 per year. The Founders Edition of the X card has a one-time fee of $5,000, and the Solana Gold card has a one-time fee of $10,000. The cashback tiers work as follows. The physical K and Solana card have the same incentive structures as the virtual equivalents, which means in season 1, you earn 6%. In season 2, you're earning currently 5%. Season 3 will give you 4%. Season 4 will give you 3%. And season 5 will give you 2% cashbacks. For the regular X and X Founders Edition and Solana Illuma card, the cashbacks are 12%. In season 2, 10%, season 3, 8%, season 4, 6%, and season 5, 5%. For the Solana Gold card, season 1, 18%, season 2, 15%, season 3, 12%, season 4, 10%, and season 5, 8%. The extra staking incentives for the higher tier Solana cards work as follows. The Solana Illuma card was giving 2 points per staked SOL, which equate to roughly 14% API until December 2024. The current season gives you 1 point per staked SOL, which equates to 7% API. The Solana Gold card was giving you 3 points per staked SOL, roughly 21% API until December 2024, and is now giving 2 points per staked SOL, or roughly a 14% APY in the current season. The end of these seasons are to be announced, and the APYs are again stated by the KAST app. We will dive into opportunities and risks regarding the cashback and additional incentive programs later. For now, let's have a look at the custody structure and network currency options. KAST specializes in stablecoin payments, and as such, you can exclusively receive and spend stablecoins in the application. The network and currency options are the following. On Ethereum, you can send, receive, and spend USDT, USDC, USDE, PYUSD, and RLUSD. On Polygon, you can send, receive, and spend USDC and USDT. On Tron, only USDT, and on Solana, USDT, USDC, and PYUSD. The KAST app is not a self-hosted wallet you own the private keys to. This has the advantage that you don't have to deal with a seed phrase, which you have to store securely. You can recover your account and your money conveniently through an email verification. This setup resembles closer to a traditional finance app, which is less of a hurdle for people who are not experienced in the crypto space. On the other hand, it lets you have less control over your money, meaning you are beholden to a security and custody structure of KAST and any arbitrary rules or any money laundering requirements they might impose on you at any time. If you are not willing to comply, they might freeze your funds until you provide the necessary information. Now, let's talk about fees and limits. All KAST cards share the same fees and limits. We already talked about the cashback and staking programs and the upfront and yearly fees for each card. The deposit fee is free and no fees are charged for USD transactions. The 2% foreign exchange fee on non-USD transactions may be competitive with traditional finance services, but for crypto transactions, they seem rather high. The ATM withdrawal fee of $3 plus 2% can not yet really compete with fintech companies like Revolut and Wise, especially if one withdraws in a non-USD currency. ATM withdrawals in a currency other than USD will cost you $3 plus 4%, of which 2% are foreign exchange fee and 2% are with ATM withdrawal fees. These fees are on the same level as the standard plan of their direct competitor Cypher HQ, another crypto debit card I analyzed in a past video. I'll do an extensive market comparison of crypto debit cards in the future. Be sure to subscribe and not miss out. Where the KAST card can shine is on its limits. There are no monthly limits on card transactions, and individual transactions can be up to $100,000 or even higher if you contact their support. Also, the ATM withdrawals are in their own league, with a $20,000 daily limit and a $100,000 monthly limit. Now, let's talk about token incentives, cashbacks, and referrals. The KAST incentive structure is clearly communicated and more transparent than other crypto debit cards in their bootstrapping phase. That being said, it is crucial to examine it thoroughly to get an idea of its chances and risks. The reward structure is heavily skewed towards early users. KAST states on their website that there are 2 earn phases. Quote, Phase 1 earn goes through Season 0 to Season 5. Or TGE, with a distribution target of 10 to 25% of all tokens. Phase 2 earn will happen post-TGE, and seasons will have a distribution target from 2 to 5% of all tokens. Each season post-TGE will have 10 to 25% less points until points are exhausted past 2030. KAST is considering buying back tokens with a part from their revenue through their ecosystem and treasury. These bought back tokens may be released through community after 2030. As points become harder and harder to obtain over time, it ensures the early users are rewarded the greatest. The final unlock mechanism for earned tokens will be determined near TGE. End quote. This means rewards until TGE or end of the year will be approximately 5 times higher than after. Until now, I referred to rewards as points. At TGE, 1 point will be convertible to 1 token, which means if you earned 100 points, you will earn 100 tokens. This begs the question, how much is a point or token worth? Well, here it gets a little tricky, so bear with me. Up until TGE, the value of the points is determined by KAST. On their website, they are stating, quote, as of Season 0, we have pegged each point at a notional value of up to 3 cents per point. This presumes a fully diluted valuation or FDV of 300 million. When Season 1 starts, each point will increase in notional value up to 5 cents and the FDV will be 500 million. When Season 2 starts, each point will increase in notional value up to 8 or even 10 cents, and the fully diluted valuation will be 800 million up onto a billion. We expect to keep increasing the notional value of points and FDV. By the way, we don't make these up. They move in line with valuations by a third party and or investors. In short, KAST is asking some third parties or investors after each season, What valuation are you giving us? And their responses determine the KAST points prices. Now, to let my highly educated viewers to come to their own conclusions about this method, I'll ask you the following questions without answering it myself. If someone could determine the valuation of their own company, they would most likely value it fairly, undervalue it, or overvalue it. Let me know in the comments below. To be fair, they mention in another part that their incentive program that the token price will be based on demand factors. Also, they mention the countries that may not be able to participate in the program. According to their website, it says, quote, before TGE, we may reprice the notional conversion value or a point. For example, it may change from 3 cents to 5 cents up until 20 cents. This will be based on demand factors for the token and should allow for early token earners to see token appreciation even ahead of TGE. This program may not be available to US citizens, US residents, residents of North Korea, Cuba, Iran, Syria, and Sudan. To give you a tangible example, let's say you get the virtual Solana card now. You still have 1 month left in Season 2 until the end of April. In Season 2, you will get 5% cashback on every purchase. You spend $1,000 over the card to not pay monthly fees for 12 months. You will get $50 in cashback, which equates to 1,000 points at 5 cents per token, which is their current valuation according to their app. At the beginning of May, Season 3 is going to start. Let's say KAST is going to raise their equity or points value by 20%. Your $50 in cashback will increase by 20%. Now you have $60 in cashback. For the next 3 months, you continue to spend $1,000 each month with 4% cashback. Through your KAST card spendings, you have acquired an additional 2,000 points with a point value of 6 cents, which equates to $120 in cashback. If you add the $60 cashback rewards from the first month, you will have a total of $180 in cashback at the end of July. Then in Season 4, KAST is raising the points value again by 20%. You now have 3,000 points with a total value of $216 because 1 point is now worth 7.2 cents. This means you spent $4,000 in 4 months and got $216 in cashback, which is 5.4%. Sounds great, right? Right? Well, the problem is you cannot sell these points until you convert them into tokens and KAST makes them tradable. Once the token is tradable, the price will be determined by market forces and not private valuations. So depending on the market sentiment, there is a decent chance that you either make even more profits on your cashback or have to sell these tokens at a lower price point than you initially thought. In addition to potential market volatility, you won't even be able to convert all of your cashback in dollars right after the token generation event, as you can read on their website. And I quote, "The primary reason to have a point system is to reward the community for long-term support of KAST and global mission. We are thinking outside the box in aligning rewards to community. We expect to offer points holders 2 options at the token generation event. Option A, convert points to tokens immediately, but forego 50% of points. Convert 25% immediately, and the rest of the points convert monthly over 24 months. End quote. The final details still have to be determined, but as it stands right now, you will only be able to sell 25% of your cashbacks or tokens without being penalized. But what can you do with the token if you only can convert a small part into dollars? The short answer is that we don't know yet. As of their airdrop section on their webpage, they mention token lockups, which will give token holders additional utility in their ecosystem and a buyback program, but nothing concrete. Quote, tokenomics are designed so tokens are locked for utility, and the widening base of platform fees results in a greater dollar amount of buyback versus a backdrop of a reducing unlock of tokens. The buyback program sees tokens bought on the open market using revenues of KAST. but the tokens will then be held within the KAST treasury with the aim of supporting the token's long-term price sustainability and supporting the community, end quote. It is worth mentioning that finding utility for token locks is fairly easy in such a business model. For example, the more tokens you lock, the higher cashbacks you will earn, discounts on foreign exchange fees you will get, higher card tiers you will be eligible to, etc. This means in reality, you are not earning cashbacks for your card purchases as they are known in the traditional sense. What you are getting is token equity in a company. This is especially true if you are spending over the card now, since you won't be able to convert any rewards until the token is launched, and even then it will likely be limited to 25% of your total tokens. After the token launch, you will earn real cashbacks when KAST allows immediate conversion into other currencies. If you want to stay up to date on the incentive program, you can follow KAST on X. Link is in the description. As you can see in this tweet, they have an additional incentive campaign running until the end of April. Now, let's get to the referrals. KAST is offering an extensive referral program. For one referral, you will earn 1,000 points or $50 if a friend signs up over your link and spends more than $100 on their K or Solana card. You will earn 20,000 points or $1,000 in value if a friend signs up over your link and buys a premium card. Signing up over a referral link, you will get 500 points, $25 in value after completing the KYC process, and a 20% rebate off any paid premium card, including the Solana Illuma, Solana Gold, and both the regular X card and their Founders Edition. Also, you will earn 20,000 points or $1,000 in value if you buy a premium card, which includes any card other than the K and Solana card in their digital and physical version. You will earn 500 points or $25 in value for your fifth card transaction, and you will earn 1,000 points or $50 for spending more than $1,000 and make more than 20 transactions. So now we come to the most important part. Which card is best for you? This highly depends on your financial situation, your ability to generate referrals, and your belief in the long-term success of KAST, since the most important variable here is the price of the token. I'll briefly talk about each card here and my assumption and risk-reward profile. In the end, I'll provide you with a tool with which you can make your own assumptions. Now, no matter which card tier you are aiming for, it is always better to get a Solana card, as it has no downsides and offers additional staking incentives. Let's first talk about the Solana and K card. This card is for you if you want an easy and convenient way to spend your crypto and do not care about anything else. This is especially true if you live and spend mostly in a country that has the US dollar as an official currency, since you won't pay any foreign exchange fees. And the card itself is also free if you spend over $1,000 in the first 3 months. I will always include foreign exchange fees by default in the following examples because there are many people that spend in non-USD currencies. I'll deduct the foreign exchange fees from the token incentives that you are getting. Let's assume that you will spend $500 up to $2,500 over the Solana card per month. Let's also assume that the token price will be between 3 cents and 10 cents at TGE, which will give the company a valuation between $30 million and up to $1 billion. With these assumptions, you will receive anywhere between $2.50 and $250 in earned token rewards that you can sell instantly at TGE. If you deduct this from the foreign exchange fees you paid between 0.68% and 1.95% in fees on your stablecoin spendings. If you opt to stake 50 Solana tokens to their staking programs, the fees will be between 0.28% up until 1.88%. When it comes to the Solana Illuma or X card, you decide to pay $800 for your first year of usage instead of $1,000 because of my referral link. To justify this purchase, you have to have a positive view on the token in the long term for at least 2 years, as you are essentially buying 20,000 KAST tokens worth $1,000 at the current token price. The only perks you will get with the Illuma card are higher token incentives, which make a positive view on the token even more important. Let's say you spend $2,500 up until $6,000 over the Solana Illuma card with the same valuation assumptions as in the previous example. You are paying between 0.73% in a good scenario and 6.35% in a bad scenario. As you can see, there's a bit more risk here, as you could pay up to $1,200 in fees for a total spend of $20,000 over 8 months until TGE. This is not a great deal. The conclusion here is that if your time horizon is TGE at the end of November, the card is not for you. The card pays off when you spend more than $3,500 over the card. You have a bullish long-term view on the token price, let's say above 7 cents, and stake 500 Solana to the KAST validator. With these assumptions, you would have generated $8,250 in token value at TGE, of which you can sell $2,060 instantly. This would cover the foreign exchange and card fees, for which you have paid $1,440. In this scenario, you made money until TGE, and you will profit from perpetually higher future token incentives on the Illuma or X card transactions. Lastly, we have the Solana Gold card. You can get the Solana Gold card for $8,000 instead of $10,000 with my referral link. But if you don't need a gold card to flex, the only scenario in which the card makes sense is if you have the strong belief that KAST is going to be an established financial player who is going to be around for a long time, and or you have a lot of Solana that you can stake to the KAST validator. Spending alone won't make the card worth your while. In fact, if you spend over $50,000 a month over the card at a TGE token price of 10 cents per KAST token, without staking any SOL, you would still be better off with the Solana Illuma card, which yields you 0.26% in this scenario, given you sold 25% liquid allocation to cover your foreign exchange fees. Meanwhile, the gold card still costs you 0.28% in the same scenario. The basic Solana virtual card only being slightly more expensive in this scenario at 0.83% and a lot less risk. On the other hand, if you stake 5,000 SOL to their validator and spend $10,000 a month, you would gain 29.76% on the gold card, 18.74% on the Solana Illuma card, and 8.58% on the regular card with the same parameters. The Solana Gold card can be considered if you plan to get your card soon while incentives are still high. You spend at least $6,000 over the card and you have at least 2,500 SOL to stake to the KAST validator. If you want to come to your own conclusions, you can use my spreadsheet to make assumptions about the token valuation, money spent, and SOL staked. You can find the link in the description below. To leave you here with some final thoughts. Overall, the KAST card options are a promising way to spend your stablecoins for everyday products. The sign-up process is easy and fast. Fees and limits are competitive. The token incentives and referral programs can be attractive depending on your spending preferences and view on the KAST and SOL token. It is limiting that you can only spend stablecoins over the card and no other crypto assets. Also, ATM withdrawal fees are high, especially if you withdraw in a non-USD currency. The fact that you give up custody over your assets may be an advantage to some, but if you like to be in full control over your money, it might bother you. And that's it for today. If you found this video helpful and want to sign up over my referral link, I highly appreciate it. Link is in the description. Also, you can follow me on my Substack if you like written content. Link is in the description below as well. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.